Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Bleak Faith Forsaken. We are back here actually at this main junction, the big bridge. Because I looked around the lower streets last time a bit more. Tried to find that staircase that was bugging me so much, but it looks like it really doesn't exist, or there's just no way to it. Because I certainly couldn't find it. I got to where I pretty much thought it should be, it needed to be. Really tried to, keep track of my position relative to where it should be, and then there is a path roughly where I thought it would be, but it's just slightly above it, not really enough room for there to be a path between. So, I don't know. I think the fact that that one insect just was there at one point, maybe it was just a bug. How ironic. But yeah, I don't know. I could also be wrong. Maybe there is something super hidden there. Either way, I was looking around a bit more, and I also couldn't find a way back to the upper streets that we're about to enter here. And maybe I just misremembered. I mean, we definitely dropped down after I was, after I thought I was trapped in that out-of-bounds area last time. I actually ended up dropping down into the lower streets. So maybe there never was a proper path connecting back up. Maybe there's a way to drop down from here. But, yeah, we'll see. So straight ahead we see some fires. I don't know that I've ever actually went down that way. On my first foray into here, I immediately took a right. I already took care of some of the enemies around here. That's why everything's so deserted. And yeah, I ended up going there, and that's where I started just climbing on the railing, and everything, fell apart a little bit. At least as far as exploring this particular upper stratum goes. I followed this path, of course, and then, yeah, this just leads to the staircase that we just saw. Oh, hey. Clearly I hadn't killed you. Yeah, enemies here are basically worth no experience anymore. Bit of a shame. How about you? 5, hey, that's... with a 10% bonus from our ring. Oh, hi there. Ah, I saw... Oh, wow, that's rude. Curved all the way around and hit me in the back. Yeah. Right, I saw this suspicious corner, right? That's how it all got started. Okay, fair enough. Let's not get distracted by that this time around. I guess it was just a big red herring. Because it ultimately doesn't seem like it really led anywhere useful. Okay, at least we still find decent chunks of experience as fixed, pickups. I guess we're following these upper paths now. I should probably just follow... Oh, okay, this is back on the main path, right? Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's where we came in. Okay, okay. So we didn't actually stray that far from our original path as I thought. Anyway. Yeah, I should probably follow just the, left hand or right hand rule. If I really want to make sure that I don't miss anything. But that's also easier said than done with, paths going up and down and winding at weird angles. Very easy to lose track of your position that way, even if you try to follow some sort of strategy. So for now, I'm just going to explore, trying to keep track of where I haven't been, and just, follow my instincts more or less. And I can always go back and explore more systematically later if I want to make sure that I'm really not missing anything. Okay, hello there. It's not a very long letter. Oh, another NPC?
I know what you are, but how can there be anything interesting about a being that never transforms?
Okay. I don't know that I know what I am, but good for you.
So, what do you think of the city? Quite a few nutcases, huh?
I mean, I don't know. Most of them are just murderous monsters. Or are you talking about the couple of NPCs? I mean, it's really just... I suppose other than Handler... Handler... excuse me. What the heck was that? Other than Handler, we've really only run into those Crusaders and Anselm, was it? Who's, I think, is also a Crusader, or maybe used to be. And they're not from here, right?
Stealing always has deep roots among the poor. The children steal, and fathers and mothers too. Back when I was on duty in the rough quarters, I would often be robbed of whatever I happened to be carrying. My cloak, my gloves, even my tools. What do they even do with such things? I was performing a surgery once on one of the afflicted, with his family standing there. I'm about to give him a sip of the asylum brew to ease the pain. And when I turn back, it's gone. The little ones, smiling at me with their tiny teeth.
Very funny story.
Probably addicted to it. Kleptomania. Another condition that needs curing. Say, that vessel of yours.
Vessel?
No, that's something I'd tinker with. How much would you sell it for?
I don't actually know what you're talking about.
They say there's no genius without a touch of madness. What about those where madness is in abundance?
Okay. Yeah, so she's obviously a genius. That vessel of mine. Yeah. No idea. Also, the Deep Monastery? I have no idea when we got this one. We just got Monolith as we talked to her. The Deep Monastery. In the heart of the desert, beneath the oppressive mist, stands an enormous abandoned monastery. Its once grand structure now weathered and eroded by the relentless sands. Behind it, a vast and malignant labyrinth emerges from the anomaly. A chaotic expanse where time and space are distorted beyond recognition. Straight lines no longer align, they twist and bend unpredictably. Matter here perpetually dissipates and crumbles, never quite vanishing, as if the space is caught in a continuous loop of decay. The immense radiation and the absence of any sense of causality render this environment inhospitable to most. The very fabric of reality seems to fracture, making survival impossible for all but the most resilient. Despite the inhospitable conditions, rumors persist of a handful of Sirdars who have taken refuge in the monastery, braving the inhospitable surroundings and the malignant influence of the labyrinth. Huh. So I guess that monastery has nothing to do with this monastery that we started out in? Because that sounds quite different. Monolith. They say that deep within the desert there's an ancient abandoned monastery standing solitarily against the endless sands. The radiation there must be incomprehensible. No one could survive such an environment. Any conscious mind would break apart instantly. Yet whispers from those who dare to speak of it claim that the Sirdars have somehow established a hold within the monastery. Okay, maybe we got both of the of these entries from her just now. Also, at some point we found Helena's diary fragment 5 out of 5. The person in the window waved at me again last night. Maybe it's someone they spared during the raid? My ex-secretary says the days now overlap. Yesterday feels like tomorrow, and now feels like something that happened a week ago. Perhaps all the things Feigenbaum played with are finally catching up with us. The hunger, however, is now the only thing we worry about. Okay, Feigenbaum. Some sort of mad scientist or what? Who caused this whole mess? Whatever this whole mess might actually be. Who knows? Okay, we definitely haven't been here. Are these guys actually making sounds? Thought I was hearing some, I don't know, moaning or something like that. Oh, we're actually, well, getting kind of close. Well, not really getting much closer to that particular location. Yeah, I think maybe these husks actually make sounds. That's not creepy at all. Hello there, lady. Mysterious woman. Okay, so we just arrived here after following that upper path, right? Yeah. Is this the fire that we saw? I guess not immediately. Maybe this other one is that. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we were looking at this from down the street. Okay. Yikes, okay. These guys just really like sneaking up on you. Where are they even hiding? Maybe on top of these roofs and just dropping down on me. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's the entrance to the zone. And this is still the first right that I took. There's this... Yep, there's that staircase. Okay, where does this street go? If you just follow the street, this straight on, which I also didn't do yet. Let's not get distracted by that side passage for the moment. I know. Easier said than done. Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, that makes so much sense. Wait, I'm an idiot. I completely forgot. So there is absolutely a connection between the upper and lower part. I just completely forgot about the intersection where I actually placed my homunculus. That's... yeah, that's pretty typical, I would say. So we actually got, from this upper ring here, we got... can I attack a second time there? I don't know. Guess it didn't read my input. Yeah, this is... up here. Okay. Yeah. So there are two exits from this upper room. Well, three, I suppose, technically. One goes back to the big chasm, ultimately. One connects down to the lower stratum. One exit also connects to the, I suppose, to the central stratum, if you want to call it that. And this one here actually goes out to the upper one. So far, the uppermost level we've been on. Okay, yeah, that actually makes sense. So, to the left, and then up there, that's the path we've just been following, that ended up with the ladder next to Mysterious Woman. Okay. And this should go back to the main street. Yeah, right next to the fires, okay. Alright, okay, this path, this place up here looks to be a little bit less convoluted and confusing. Although, who knows? Maybe we only just scratched the surface. Ring of Travel. I am traveling a lot. Serene Movement. Combat speed is always 100% when... Movement speed is always 100% when out of combat. As opposed to... I guess that maybe there are things like swamps that slow you down. Where, like... And this is basically like the Iron Ring or Rusted Iron Ring in Dark Souls that makes you move at normal speed. I mean, right now we're moving at 101%. So would this actually slow me down by 1%? Right now? Because it sets my speed to 100? I don't know. Either way, not something I probably want to explore most of the time. Equip most of the time. Ring of Entropy, 20% chance to inflict frost status. Okay. So we have fire, frost, and poison now as options. That's nice. Oh, wait, this is just, the alleyway. Wait. Oh, it is. I just missed the woman somewhere. She must be... Oh, she's literally right here. Okay. Okay, so that all connects. Well, there is that blue path, blue lit path at the end of that passage. This over here. Oh, enemy drop, I guess, that I missed. Right, this. Oh, hello there. I think we should be looking roughly at the central hub at this point. In this direction here. In fact... Yep. Oh, hey. Got these teleporting guys. Forgot about that. Yep. This is back at the hub. Okay. And this is actually like a entrance... Or is this the north? Wait, is this perfectly north, actually? It might be. Kind of? There's an anomaly up there, apparently. Okay. Okay, we got more enemies just teleporting in front of me. That's cool. Stop that, please, though. I got this. Upgrade splinter, okay. Yeah, no, this is north, right? Hold on, let me just confirm. In fact, let me also get my Mirage back. Yeah. Okay. Get it back. That's north. So there is actually a like an extra path into the streets that is kind of northeast. In fact, I mean, this is the northern bridge, but there is no entrance immediately. Right, but straight ahead from here is that point of interest. Okay, and we got this, which I guess is the main path. It's the closest to the bridge, and then we got the other one that we just came from. What else is there on this outer ring that I also never really fully explored? Oh, there's this. Okay, a third entrance, I suppose, into this sector, if you will, because this is otherwise blocked off. That's the western bridge right there. So does this actually connect to it? Or does it go above? Oh yeah, okay, I guess the western path actually just crosses this channel here. Okay. Okay. Could you please lock onto the enemy? Oh, that's weird. First I just missed, even though it really didn't look like it should. And then it refused to lock on. Wonderful. Okay, I've definitely been here before. But this is actually entering... I mean, this is... Yeah, I've been here before. And I meant to re-explore this particular intersection a little bit more as well. But of course now I'm moving further and further away from where I was really planning to look around for the time being. I've come through here at least once before. There's an anomaly over that way, apparently. There was another one that's somewhere over that way. Wait. Oh, hello. That is closed, yeah? Right. Anomaly on the other side of this gate. Gotcha. So that's definitely something I want to find. Clearly that opens from the other side. Typical Souls-like design. I mean... Oh, could it just be through that upper tunnel there? Can we get there? Like, if I could get on top of one of these pillars... Maybe get on top of this... Uh-oh. This other railing here. I mean, it might be possible. It's kind of close, in a way. Thankfully, resetting isn't gonna take too long. I mean, that just looks like a tunnel opening, right? Of course, it might be possible to get to someplace even higher up and just drop down or something. I guess the main problem is that we don't really stand on this thin railing very well. So, in order to get the jump from all the way on top of it, I don't know if we just need to get lucky or something. It could also be easier to get up there from elsewhere entirely. Maybe not around here, though. Also, I still don't quite have a feeling for whether the game would actually require this kind of finicky maneuvering to get somewhere. I mean, I mean, obviously, okay, I say that, but we have had the ludicrous jump to get to the red cape, right? And then the even more ludicrous series of jumps across the moving platforms. So those kinds of things definitely exist, but I don't know, this feels different. This is less of an obvious path and more of, you know, this might just be possible, but is it actually intentional? Who knows? Okay, never mind. It is definitely possible. Now, can we actually continue from here, though? Or is this... Well, that doesn't look too promising. I was really hoping that I might be able to stand on top of that structure there, or you can climb those stairs. Not really stairs. Oh, if I could get on top of that, that could work, maybe. But that looks even less likely. Yeah, not really. So it's probably something else. I mean, it very well might be to just get to above there somehow. And, you know. Oh, wait. No. For a moment there, it looked like maybe I was on a slightly higher ledge. Oh, okay. I'm slowly sliding, in fact. Oh god. Yeah, let's not get stuck. Let's not fall into a narrow gap like that. I'm gonna try to keep this in mind. This is by the... Did I say? Which passage is this? This is the west. Yes, okay, western passage. Okay, let's stick to the north for now. And in fact... north and slightly east. Definitely not done with those streets over this way. I guess before returning in there, I'm also quickly going to check out this ring here over on this side, just in case there's an item sitting around somewhere. Guess not. Okay. Alright, this goes straight back to that big intersection, and yeah. Also, I know I've been up here at one point, but I didn't remember exactly anymore. So I wanted to just remind myself. Quite possible that there is also a path. Wait, actually? Hold on. That this is also a path that I never fully explored. Oof, right, this is where you can just casually walk up this railing. Right, this is above here. So I guess technically we're once again in the correct zone. In fact, this might just connect. Oh yeah, this is this elevator. Okay. Right. But I think I ended up actually using this one, didn't I? When I first came here. Is there something below? It doesn't look like it. So this actually goes even higher up. Oh yeah, and onto this. Okay, that's how I got here. I do remember this. So this is actually high above the streets I technically want to keep exploring. Right, we got some of these tougher ones up here. Yeah, okay. So the two-handed version of these. Which are, yeah, down to only being worth 8 experience. How close are we to that place I thought I might be able to drop down to? I mean, not that we can escape this particular bridge here. Unless, of course, it sneakily has an opening somewhere in one of these countless archways. That would be kind of mean. I'm trying to look at them, zipping my eyes back and forth from side to side. So far, I haven't seen any openings. Ooh, I know I killed these at one point with my first, and I guess so far only cast of of the flamethrower spell, which was a lot of fun. Maybe I should do that again, although it is gonna take all of my mana, so. And we're currently not regenerating mana at all, so there is that. Right, I mean, I definitely followed this path along its entire course once before. Ending up exactly here, of course, because... Oh. Okay. Misjudged my distance there. Huh? Oh, that was just a slower single slash, not the triple. Okay, that puts us somewhere. Oh, this is how we first reached the Crusaders. Oh, it all makes sense now. They're still here. Alright. Still friendly, right? Don't suppose you have anything to say about Anselm, perhaps?
Farewell.
Nope. Farewell to you. I should probably just backtrack. You know, just go back the exact way that I came. Oh, wait, except... Hold on. This is too good an opportunity, actually. Because I was absolutely going to check out this elevator at some point. So I'm pretty sure I never did, still, to this day. And before I totally have been to the bottom of this. Oh, wait, is this just... Oh, I think this is just it. Okay. Well, that's that mystery solved. Log updated block 6. And is this indeed... I mean, it has to be. Yeah, of course. Okay. So up there is just... That's just nothing? Now I'm kind of curious about potentially finding that path up there. But I don't think there's an opening in here on the side. No. Oh. Bye-bye, elevator. Okay, well, that's nice to have that solved so quickly. Block 6. The central area must have connected this colony to the rest of the structure. One can make out faint highways and railways on the horizon. It's hard to tell which parts of the horizon are merely copies of this one. What's a mirage and what's not. It's not clear that it even matters, but thinking can help. Not at first. It's overwhelming. But at some point, thoughts begin to align in some higher abstraction, like a fractal loop moving into some higher order. That's part of the completeness protocol. If you say so. I'll take your word for it. Okay, awesome. Awesome. One less mystery to solve. With that, we can finally actually return to the upper streets. Oh, wait. Huh? Oh, I guess I must have just missed this. Obviously, we've been through here. Right, just some more materials. Nothing too fancy. Or maybe I saw that there was an entrance into here. No, that's that corner with the mysterious green glow here. Is that anything special? I guess not. Cannot interact with it or anything. Alright, but come to think of it, there was that anomaly that I saw. Must have been a bit further over this way though, right? Maybe up this way. Hello, more teleporting enemies. Okay. Thankfully they're not strong or anything. It's weird to have these super weak enemies be able to teleport like that. Was it even further that way? Maybe, yeah. Actually, I think it was maybe somewhere around that round structure there. So I've never actually been up this way. But it does seem to go in the direction that I roughly want to go. So why not? Obviously I saw the item over here. Don't worry. Just 2 leaves. Ah, yes. Really, really tough to actually aim your attacks if you're not locking on. Which, you know, sometimes is a problem because, you know, when I'm sprinting toward an enemy, hoping to land a sprinting attack, I cannot also lock on at the same time because I would have to let go of the sprint button. Oh, it's one of these guys. My favorite. Oof, okay. I need to remember that those homing spells will just continue homing in on you. Oh, okay, and here's the anomaly. Actually, literally on top of this structure that I was just pointing out. Awesome. Shadows in the courtyard. There's a radial pattern in this block. You don't say. I did notice that. A heavily pedestrian zone. The people living here must have had a rather communal spirit. I can't tell if it's just my mind, but I can hear the echoes of children shouting, the ring of a school bell, the creak of a rusty gate opening and closing in a morning ritual. I imagine some of the views here are rather stunning. You imagine? I mean, they sure are. If you're into this kind of, you know, mega structure architecture. And why wouldn't you be? Okay, we got the fire burning here. Actually, I thought when I saw this that this was gonna be back at the... What the heck? Oh god. Dude, please. Wait, it wasn't even you, right? No, was it? I think it was this guy? That was the spellcaster? I don't know. Either way, let me collect my thoughts, please. Thank you. So this is not one of the fires we saw before. We must be pretty close, though. Oh, this is gonna be some sort of equipment. Oh yeah, in fact, I guess Is that a scythe? Or a pick? Defender helmet, shoulders, chest. Not a weapon, actually. Okay. Well, it's just a dead end for these items specifically. Okay, and that's the corner with the fires that I was thinking of. So this is nearby, but not directly connected. Okay, so we got Citadel Defender helmet. Okay, so we got Citadel Warrior. That's the medium set, and Citadel Defender is the heavy stuff. Okay, very bad Technomancy resistance, but good physical, especially good against slashing damage. Health and stamina. What's that look like? Okay, I can kind of get behind this design. It's pretty cool. Can't really get the camera to get much closer. Well, close enough. Obviously, we're not going to be using that. But thanks for the option, though. Yeah, I mean, obviously the chest armor is going to be very nice and protective. Yep, just straight up knight armor. You're gonna have to go with that, though, for the time being. Citadel Warrior Gauntlets. Well, I guess technically we had those before. Oh yeah, we did have those before. I guess we had the Citadel Warrior... No, there's also Citadel Defender leg guards, which is also heavy. Lots of similarly named and similar looking sets, but... Ah, okay, these are also new. Heavy armor, extra health... Yeah, okay. They look fine, but... We're gonna go for the extra damage for sure. Plus we want to stay under 60% encumbrance. I suppose it's maybe not even that necessary anymore with the cape that gives that insane stamina regen. Guess we could be doing okay with heavier armor at this point. And we would still be regenerating very quickly. Hello there. I was thinking about trying to jump onto that structure there. In fact, maybe we can? Maybe not, though. We cannot climb this. No. Oh wow, we can almost make that jump. For what it's worth. Would there be anything up there? It's just that ledge there. Maybe not. So yeah, heavier armor. I mean, I guess... Let's see here. Just for... So right now we have the Zealot chest piece, yeah. If we wanted to use Citadel Defender... Which one was the other one? Right, Warrior is the medium one. Citadel... I thought there was yet another one? Wait, am I crazy? Or maybe Defender is the one I was thinking of, I don't know. Citadel Defender, heavy... Right. If I wanted to wear heavy armor, that puts me at 90% encumbrance. Okay, I mean, that's a lot of physical resistance, though. Like, a lot. But... Yeah, stamina recovery is actually... Oh, right, because we're now at 90%, that's even... Oh, so that's the next threshold. It's 49 per second recovery and 1.6 delay. But, I mean, that being said... It's still coming back. Still coming back pretty quickly, though. All things considered, and we can attack so many times because this weapon just doesn't take any stamina to attack. Like, I mean, considering how relatively heavy it is, that definitely seems doable. I guess it's worth testing at some point if this amount of extra armor makes any significant difference against, you know, that enemy, that boss enemy that keeps one-shotting me. Kept one-shotting me, I suppose. Maybe with this kind of equipment, and then maybe even the ring that gives you 100 extra health, it would absolutely not one-shot you anymore. I don't know. Hard to say. Anyway, this is back at this staircase. Crossroads, whatever. T intersection. And then goes back here. And I think with that, the only thing we haven't explored is this blue lit corridor at the end. Unless I'm forgetting something. Which is extremely possible, but... Oh, we got a new zone right here. Okay, I did not see that coming. Yeah, sure. So we... yeah. We had another zone... zone transition, area transition, very nearby without knowing all this time. Rainy sounds, even though we're inside some sewer tunnel. Long letter, okay. And there's a homunculus right here. Do we actually need to interact with it for it to unlock? I mean, we might as well, I suppose. Rain District. Okay, and this actually comes before the upper blocks in the list. I mean, it makes sense. It's much more accessible. I just didn't find it until now. Rain District Sewers. A maze of flooded tunnels with murky water that echoes the constant patter of rain from above. Walls slick with moss and grime, and a stench of decay that mingles with the distant roar of rushing water and the occasional scurrying of unseen creatures. Wonderful. Okay. Well, we did find that now. Glow bug. What are glow bugs? Temporary light source. It's a consumable. A glow effect around character allowing you to see better for 120 seconds. Okay. Yep, that's what it is. So, metal arrow pack. Adds 9 metal arrows to your quiver. Ooh, okay, so that's a way to refill your arrows mid-combat. Okay. Good to know. What can we craft by now? Piercing arrows. Ignores up to 2,000 armor rating. Interesting. When I was trying to use those, or rather when I used those, both, well, piercing actually and one other armor type, arrow type that we had. At some point I did use those. They did not seem to deal any more damage than the regular metal arrows, so maybe what I was shooting at the time, I don't remember what it was actually. Maybe what I was shooting at the time just didn't have armor rating? I don't know. Stone shield, sponge skin, right. Yeah, we have access to the same things, more or less. Do have this. I have not really been using my consumables, but then again, most of these are, you know, really only gonna be useful in boss fights, and I haven't really encountered any bosses, except for the one that's so strong that no consumables in this world will make a difference. Not particularly well handled. Here we go. How does it rain in here? I guess it just drips through. It's closed. Use lever to open. I see the lever. Okay. And is that just a lamp, or is there a weapon leaning against the wall? Yeah, I guess. Staff, actually. Okay. So if we want that... Ooh, also 853 meters to some sort of point of interest. And that's the only one we can scan. No, never mind. The other one is still there. Okay, so that's Maybe this is the path to that... In fact, that would make sense, wouldn't it? This being the path to that particular point of interest. Wait, or is it though? Does that make sense? Hold on, I mean, okay, I don't want to explore this yet. This might be the next area we go to though. Once we're ready to move on from the block 6, I guess. As we call it for short. I could have just teleported back to block 6. Or I can just walk. Yeah. I mean, I think I've fully explored these winding, confusing streets in the, what was it, northeast? The northeastern sector. Do enemies still stay defeated? No, I think they're back. Okay, that's fine. Give me all that sweet, sweet experience. 4 points, 5 points, wonderful. Give me all of it. And just one final time, I'm gonna check out the upper path. Just gonna maybe... Oh, hey. Wait. This is not the upper path. What is this, actually? Oh, this is here. Okay. Never mind. I remember. I should probably kill these enemies, but I mean, it's hardly worth it at this point. But then, it's not like they're hard to kill or anything, so might as well. And they're gonna drop more materials for me. Healing potions, I suppose. Materials for healing potions. Even if their experience is not really worth it anymore. Whoa. I think I hit the wrong one there? Or maybe not. I don't know. Tough to say with them just jumping all over the place. And then also getting flung all over the place as I kill them. Oh, hey there. Give me all your stuff. Right, we're also getting all kinds of anomalous crystals that I could probably be making use of. Well, I'm still looking for one of those handler echoes, I think is what it's called. Not essences. Oh, okay. Can you not roll through spells? Does that just seem to hit me right as I tried rolling through it? I don't know. Anyway, we got... Yeah, no, it's just this path, right? That ultimately leads to Mysterious Woman. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that maybe there was another path up here, but I guess not. I mean, there's this, which I'm still not entirely sure that it's not supposed to give me access to something interesting. Something a bit tricky. This looks, you know, this gap here looks too deliberate. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's just there. It just happens to be there. Oh, that was an interesting sideways jump. Oh, it's just a normal enemy. Yeah. No, I think actually we might have been everywhere at this point. Everywhere up here. And we did find our way to the next... the possible next zone. Oh, you're not dead. Oops. And also, once again, my character just doesn't want to lock on. I guess if you don't look at the enemy head on, then you're not gonna lock on. I suppose that's just different from most similar games where you're just gonna lock on based on proximity, even if you're not looking at the enemy directly, which can actually also be confusing sometimes when you just, you know, try to straighten your camera or maybe try to lock onto an enemy that you're looking at that's further away, and then suddenly the camera spins all the way around because you're locking onto an enemy that's behind you but closer. So I guess here they actually base it very much on where you're looking or where your character is facing, which I appreciate, I guess. Right, okay, so that's just back here. At this point, I think we've explored most of this. I'm fairly confident to say that. That being said, so this is the southern path. Which we've definitely explored. Right? Oh yeah, of course, of course. At one point we arrived here, found Anselm, talked to him, had a nice little chat with him. Very enlightening. So I guess, unless I'm forgetting about something, there didn't seem to be a whole lot going on in the southern direction. We mostly just I don't know, moved past from the western to the eastern sector. Or I could be completely wrong and there is a lot more. I'm probably gonna have to do another round of just off-camera re-exploration just to, you know, remind myself, just to make sure. Right, this is this intersection where... Is it just that these teleporting dudes specifically camouflage as these crumbly husks? Or maybe they're just simply hiding among them. Anyway, that's where I found that anomaly. And here we got a ghost. We got this path. I'm just gonna run along this one more time just to remind myself. Oh, but I think I know. This should connect. Yeah, this actually connects straight to those bridges and stairs, the parallel bridges. Okay, that thing was doing this biting attack where it just, yeah, tries to bite you multiple times. Interesting that I can do that when it's not even... Yeah, okay. Even when it completely misses you, basically. Okay, that's just here. Oh, and we got one of you teleporters over here as well. Weird, but okay. Anyway, pretty sure we've explored this exhaustively. That's, you know, this neck of the woods over here is, after all, where we've basically started out. So now, one thing remains, pretty much. And that is just to head straight north. Because right now I can't remember if we have or haven't really explored the main path in that direction. Although at this point we probably have. Yeah, no, north was just... Yeah, of course, this is just a northern path that's split up between several paths. And, yeah. Okay. So, wow, I didn't know you could destroy those. Did I know that? Oh, you totally just can. I guess I never tried. They looked way too massive to even consider that. Right. Yeah, I guess for the longest time I assumed that this path here... This looked kind of meaningful, like it would connect somewhere big. Go towards some kind of large central building or something. That this would be the main path, leading us to that point of interest there. But I guess that's just, yeah, this path ultimately just ended up in a dead end. And instead, the path that gets us closer to this northern point of interest is the sewer, the new zone that we just found. Yeah, let's just go into this plaza here. Unless I'm missing some other path. I mean, this does look like some kind of important building, but it's not like you can open doors like that or anything. Okay, and actually it was this... No, wait. Never mind. It was this not dual-wielding guy that was casting the spells. Did he actually... Oh, I was stunned for a long time there. Did he actually get to cast a spell again? I just didn't notice. Where did that come from just now? I guess so. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we found this item here, or these items, item set. That seems to be it. Okay. Well then. Oh, and then of course, also, hi there. Never mind, there was another enemy. Yeah, in fact, that probably was the one that shot me. That shot the spell at me, because he did that the first time around as well. Right, this is where the anomaly was. Some lore was to be found. Okay, awesome. Yeah, with that, I'm pretty happy to say that we've explored everything. I mean, I don't remember seeing any items that we haven't reached. I thought we might find more ways, more other areas connecting to this. But we found two. I mean, I basically knew there had to be more than just the one that we found first, the upper blocks. And yeah, there's actually one that ended up being one presumably lower level zone, if they are roughly in order of difficulty. That was easier to access as well.
Well, hello there.
Hello. Yeah, still only level 1 synchronization, so I hope I didn't miss something super major here, and, you know... I mean, this is where we first encountered her, so I guess it makes sense that, you know, you just unlock your level 1 synchronization with her, and then you only find your first handler echo in the sewer zone, I guess, in the next, you know, the next proper zone you explore, and so on and so forth. So for now I'm going to assume that I didn't miss anything substantial around here. Although, well, obviously, how could I ever be sure? As I said, I'm going to probably still re-explore just to make absolutely sure, or as sure as I possibly can, that I didn't forget about some other path that I've seen at some point, but just forgot to take. For now, though, I'm pretty confident that we've explored most of this place, and that we're ready to move on. And just in time for the end of the episode as well, for once. So, yeah, pretty successful, I would say. We got a couple of secrets, got some nice... found some nice items. Did we find them this episode, though? Or last time? I don't know. It all blends together. But, well, we did find a new zone. I think that's pretty major, actually. So, if nothing else, there's that. For the time being, though, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.